on the corner. I'm posted on the corner.
You posted on the corner with Incognito and you get sis DJ, Mrs. I have two special guests, some boss babes in the building. I have Miss Jessica Alba and I have Miss Lizzy Mathis, okay? And we are talking about their show, Honest Renovations, okay? Yeah, we're switching it up on Posted on the Corner today. How you guys doing?
We good. We loving the energy. Come on. Okay.
Yes. So let's get into the show. Season 2 of Honest Renovations. Tell us more about this.
Whew, season 2. If you saw season 1, then you're going to love season 2. Okay. We are a home renovation show. We are, we're going to get what you love. If you love home renovation shows, you're going to love a show because we're going to give you a good payoff, right? You're going to see a house. You're going to see amazing renovation. You're going to see amazing after. Mm-hmm. What you're going to get that's on top of that makes us slightly different is you're going to get the heart of families. Mm-hmm. You are going to get relatability. Mm-hmm. You're going to get people who are living life and things come up. Right? Like we go through transitions. We go through children getting older. We go through multi-generational households where there's grandparents in the house. There's so many things, illness, loss, right? But then you're also going to see two best friends who are having a good freaking time doing great things for the world. And that's what makes our show special.
I definitely think that's what's making it special is your energy. Yeah. If the energy wasn't there, I don't really think we'll all be together. So also, you guys also have your own companies and your own foundations outside of this.
Right.
Tell us more about Honest.
So the Honest Company, I founded it 12 years ago. I took it public as the youngest Latina to take a company public 2 years ago. Or 3 years ago now. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, time flies. Time
flies. And it's basically, I wanted everyone to have access to healthier, better for you products for themselves and their families. And so we do everything from baby products to skincare products. I have an incredible CEO. She's my third and the best by far. And she is incredible. So I felt like this is time for me to I'm on the board, I'm an advisor, but I'm not on the management team anymore, and I really wanted to focus back on entertainment. So, so we have our show.
That's right.
I have a movie that came out on Netflix. I got to produce both of them, and it's really nice to really focus on entertainment again.
Yes, I know that has to feel like, whew.
Yeah.
Let me get back in my mode.
Yeah, it feels like home. Yeah, it feels like home.
I know that's a great thing. So, Lizzy, you got Cool Mom Company.
That's
Tell
right.
us more about that.
So the Cool Mom Company came about when I became a mom, to be honest with you. I was traveling so much before I had kids, and I had a miscarriage. And it was one of the hardest moments of my life at that time. And I just remember thinking when I became a mom, I was going to go all in. And so by the time I had a healthy pregnancy and the baby came, I went all in, but I lost a lot of me. And I think that process really just made me think twice about things. It really made me want to become more intentional about how I could set myself up just to love who I was, right? Pre-motherhood, but then also love what I was doing as a mom because it was the most important job, right? And then I didn't see a really great diverse space in motherhood. There were so many sites about mothers, but they weren't inclusive and they didn't include me. And that was important to me to create an all-inclusive, diversity-driven space. The Cool Mom Co. was born out of that. And now through that, the Cool Mom Co. podcast exists. And it's a really special place in my heart because it's where I get to highlight dope women like Jessica, dope women like all these other female founders and beautiful women that have really made amazing marks in their space. And we get to talk about their journey and how motherhood and how their careers and how their lives all intersect with that and who they love and what they love. And it's dope. I really love it.
That's what's up. Shout out to Roku for putting more people, Black and brown, on a platform to talk about homes and renovation.
Girl, say it again. Say it again.
It's starting to open up more like that because we don't really usually see that.
No.
Say it again. You're talking right now. We are not only co-creators of this show. This was our concept. We came up with this.
Yeah.
We are also co-producers on this show. We produce this show. So from nuts to bolts, everything you see, we have a hand in and we have a say in. And then we're also co-hosts of this show. So when you see us on camera and you see us doing our thing, we're actually doing it. And I think the fact that you see two women of color in that space, you damn right, kudos to Roku, because they took an opportunity and a chance on us.
Yeah,
And
good chance.
Not only y'all being a part of the Black and brown community, y'all are women.
That's right.
On top of that,
That's
and it's
right.
not too many of those type of shows either.
That's right.
Of women. Let me help you rebuild this.
That's
How about
right.
your family? How are you doing mentally?
That's
Like,
right.
And also, we're not. I think there's not a lot of female friendships that you get to see
Exactly.
on camera. So
Exactly.
The industry can get tricky.
That's right. And
Yeah.
it's, you know what it is? We're not in competition of each other. And I think that's how people love to portray women. And I don't think that's the heart of it. Like, we truly are sisters and we support and, you know, and yes, we fight and we argue and we do all that, and that's real, right? Just like any sisterhood would be. But we support at the end of the day, and we make up and we love. And at the heart of it, we're just trying to do good.
I love that. How do you women protect your peace? Y'all have so much going on with you hopping back into the entertainment business, but also having your company, and then you starting a podcast with your TV show, with your company. How do you ladies protect your peace?
I meditate. I love to take baths. Sunday is my quiet time. I have like sound bowls, and it's sort of like I go to church, I pray, you know, and I think that just sets me up for the rest of the week. But my Sunday is like sacred day. And I also like to cook on Sunday, and we do family dinner. And so, yeah, and I love doing it's very cathartic. And it just reminds me of how I grew up. So we'll invite another family over. We'll have our family, extended family over. So it's like family time. That Sunday is sort of like makes the rest of the week kind of go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to echo that. I mean, for me, I think that I get the most joy, the most peace, the most zen time when I'm cooking. When I'm able to like create in the kitchen and make meals and just be in the space. She makes fun of me. She laughs at me all the time because I'll put on jazz music and I'll just get to work.
Yeah, but it's not regular. It's not like the jazz.
I have a
that,
cover.
Like, we know.
I don't know
It's a
what this
different
airs
kind of
on,
jazz.
but on Apple Music, no, it's not
It's
that.
like-
on
it's
Apple
like-
Music, I found a cover station, right, that covers all the R&B hits through jazz, and it's dope.
into
I'm
noir
sorry,
jazz now.
it's dope. I love it. Don't play. It's my thing. You know what?
know if it's-
that chopping gets to rhythm, it gets to beat. I'm just saying.
you get in your
It's
mode.
my zen. I don't hate on her meditation bowls. I don't hate on her sound bowls where she go to church on her sound bowls. I don't hate on mine. That's right. I ain't say scatting. You ain't gotta scat. You ain't gotta
it's
skit that,
not-
gabobble, that. You ain't gotta do all that.
No, it's not
but
that.
You have to get into a mood. You gotta vibe out in my space because I'm zenning out and I'm creating. And I think Jessica's right. It's like this thing that, you know, it's a beautiful experience. This is how I was raised too. My mom was always in the kitchen. I remember thinking, why are you always in the kitchen? Dang, like everything you do is in the kitchen. But now I realize it, and it's because it's a space where you create so much love. And for me, that's my love language, to create for my family and to feed and to just pour through food, and that's how I do it. So that's my space.
What are some other dreams you ladies want to accomplish outside of everything that you have going on?
I feel like
The sky's the limit.
yeah. There's different spaces that I'm really interested in. I'm really interested in women's health, and I'm really interested in women's sports. And I feel like there's still so much room to grow in both those spaces.
Women's sports is really starting
Yeah.
to take off.
And so I'm involved in a couple of conversations around that. And in one sport in particular that I'm really excited about. And also in women's health, you know, I think it's only 10% of any funding or any research goes into anything that has to do with women. 90% is men, because 90% think of the money and the scientists, all dudes. And so they're just not interested in what they don't know. And we're half the population, and we're outliving them. So we need to switch this dynamic.
Speak on it, Miss Jessica.
Yes.
What about you?
You know, I dream of doing even more of what I'm doing. I really feel passionately about women. I really feel passionately about mothers as a mother. When I became a mother, I think my life really did change in so many ways. And it made me appreciate the journey of a single mother that I was raised with. And so for me, it's about creating more and more content that speaks to that, showing motherhood in other ways that people don't imagine and they don't see it. And people assume that motherhood is one thing, right? But there's so many different ways that we show up as women and mothers in this world. And I think after speaking with, almost 100 people, right, on my podcast, it's like you learn so much that our stories are so connected, but yet we're still so unique. And so how I can bring more of that to light in the world is my dream.
I love that. What is something that you ladies think people get wrong about these home improvement shows?
I'm not sure what.
I think they think it's easy. I think so. Someone like during this process,
it's not overnight.
People assume that it's just like, oh, they stepped in and oh my god,
No, it's like
that's
2.5 months.
And
we
they
move them out of their house. We're doing all 6 at the same time.
People don't realize that it takes a
Show,
process.
period.
Yeah.
It's a long process.
Yeah,
It takes us months to even get ready for the show. For us, pre-production takes a couple months within itself just to pull permits for every house that we've decided to do.
And that's a tight
And that's a
timeline.
time.
Yeah.
So it's a lot that goes into it. From when we decide to say, okay, we have our cast now. Now we have these houses that we're committing to and these families. Now which spaces are we doing?
have to pull
which permits are we pulling?
Yeah.
So you have to wait for all that before we can even start on day one.
So, okay.
Back it up.
Not only are y'all the host of the show, not only
We have to
did
work out
y'all
logistics.
come up with the show,
Yeah.
y'all have to do all of the signing the paper.
We have a great. Let's say we have a great crew.
Okay.
We're not gonna make it look like we over here.
No, but
we got a great crew. Look, for real.
No, we have an incredible team. But we have an incredible team. But these are all the timelines that we have to think through and think
And
about.
the decisions that we have to make, right? So it comes from us having multitude of discussions.
Yeah.
But we also did it
going
without a team. We renovated spaces.
Yeah.
Right.
So we had
On
to
our
deal.
own. Yes. It's not 6 houses at one time.
We
but-
did it on our own, and
Yeah.
this is where we came up with the idea during the pandemic. We renovated my parents' house. We took it down to the studs. It took 2 years.
2 years.
And then we also did our space, our home office space, and we redid a couple of the rooms and the spaces, and it just everything takes time.
So much time.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest misconception, though. If I had to say one, it would be that people assume it's super fast, and it's not. No. It takes time.
And you have to plan, really plan.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
So salute to you ladies for doing that. How important is it to have a team?
Very important.
Everything.
Yeah.
Not
The
even in
team
just
is-
Some people feel like I don't need a team. I could do this.
Well, listen,
No, you
do
need
I
a
think
team.
that you have to be proactive and able to do things on your own? Yes. That is why you'll see in the show, we do encourage people to get down and dirty and try things and things like that. But you have to know your limitations,
Yeah.
right? You can't go in there and start moving plumbing. I
No.
remember in season 1.
Or electrical.
We had
Don't
one
move
family who
electrical.
got halfway through their shower and they were like, I can't change the shower anymore. They were changing
First
up their whole
season.
shower.
Yeah.
First season. And they came they just couldn't. They just
the
was like, I'm
toilet was
done.
outside.
I'm done. There was no toilet in the bathroom. The shower was halfway.
So
we walked in
I
like,
had some situations where I walked in and was like, hold on, sis.
yeah.
Are you sure you want to do this?
For real. What happened here?
Also,
yeah,
you
we
just
do.
can't believe this is how they live.
Yeah.
They've been living like this.
Right.
Yeah.
the
What if we
toilet
didn't
outside.
show up? What was plan
What were
B?
you gonna do?
Exactly. So,
Wow.
Yeah.
That is so dope. So what else are you ladies working on that you could tell us about? Besides the show.
I think we always have things that are in the works, that's the thing. You always want to be prepping for your next. But I think we're enjoying this process of this and excited for the things that we have coming next, right? Excited for the projects that we have, Jess has a lot in development now,
I
that
have
she's
a show
working
with
on.
Eva Longoria and
Yeah.
Charisse Castro-Smith that we're working on. It's an amazing series based off of a book. It's like a thriller. Yeah, it's good. And so we're in development on that, and it's really fun. And I have a couple of shows that I have in development. And some movies. Yeah.
You can't wait?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, just because we can see you on that screen, girl. We want to see it. Okay?
Oh,
I'm over here
thank
trying
you.
not to fangirl out.
Thank you. That's so sweet.
You are a part of a lot of shoot, Black and Brown Girls Childhood.
Oh, thank
you.
you.
You really have been doing your thing. And
Yeah.
shouts out to you for having your sister back and being on board with everything. So
yes.
this is dope. If you ladies could go back in time and give your younger selves advice, what would you tell your younger self?
Yeah, that's a hard one. I think it would be depending upon what age I was when I said it. I think as a young girl, a little girl, I would probably just tell her to just like, I don't know. I would tell her that you are loved. You are loved. Whenever you doubt it, always remember you are loved. As a teenager, I would tell her, be comfortable in your skin. I promise you, just be comfortable in your skin. Because I think as a teenager, we were always so like, right? Like I see my daughter who's about to be 13, she's 12, and she's so like tall and thin and all these things. And, she's still finding her arms and legs and and she reminds me of me, like just super lanky and like figuring it out. Yeah. But I always tell her, I'm like, just Nima, you're so beautiful. Be comfortable in your skin. And then I don't know, in my 20s and 30s when I was in the throes of really young children and babies and all that, I would say that you still matter. You still matter and your dreams still matter. And don't forget who you are in this process. Yeah.
I would tell my younger self, you're worthy. I feel like I needed validation through work and accomplishing things, and that's how I was getting love, or I was worthy of love, but you're worthy just as you are, and not to look outside of yourself for that validation.
That's beautiful, ladies. Well, I thank y'all for coming. If y'all could give some quick advice to the boss babes out there, the hardworking women, what's some quick advice that you would give to them?
Stay up.
Stay up.
Yeah.
Don't get down. Stay up.
Yeah.
Stay up.
I think don't be afraid to let go of people that you're not vibing with.
Yeah.
Because as you elevate and you move to your next level, you don't have to take everyone with you. And it's okay.
I feel like a lot of people get that misconstrued. Like, even if it's your cousin or a sister or something like that, like they feel like, well, I have to take them.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, and don't look to others for validation. I think if you feel it in your heart, there's a reason why you feel it, right? Like you need to follow whatever your intuitions are, your light, whether it's leading you left, right, whatever it is. Follow your heart, because I think at the end of the day, your heart will lead you in the right direction. You don't need to search for validation from others or other sources.
And you're supposed to evolve and grow.
Yeah, you have it within you.
And you're going to look up and you're going to see yourself surrounded with totally different people than 10 years ago and then 20 years ago and 30. Like Lizzy and I met 10 years ago as adults, and we do spend a lot of time together, but that means that I don't have space for other people I was spending a lot of time with, and she makes me feel good. Yeah. And we fill each other's cup.
Thanks, boo.
And we love each other,
boo.
and what we have is something that I didn't have, or I wouldn't have had space for if I was surrounding myself with different kind of people.
And so, thanks for putting that positivity of a sisterhood out there for people to see, to admire, and on top of that, y'all helping people at the same time. So
right.
That's amazing. So Lizzy and Jessica, I thank you guys for coming to talk to me on Posted on the Corner. Honest Renovations will be streaming on Roku channel, so make sure you go check it out. You Posted on the Corner.
Posted on the corner. On the corner. On the corner. On the corner.